I mean, it's such a wonderful memory for I think all of us growing up. But what was it for you? Were you also someone who fell in love on the sets like Pehla Nasha, which
Oh, yeah. I wonder if at that moment I remember. God, I wish I could remember her name. The girl who was cast as young Aisha Jhulka.
okay?
Like particularly the scene with this little trophy, where my elder brother is getting all of the big trophies and I've only won this tiny one and she's there. And even at that age, I think I had a little bit of a crush on her. I don't know if I ever met her after that, but if you're out there.
I'm sure she'll be happy to see this today. What else is
What else
connecting
is
with
in
you?
here? Wow, okay, so here, this is my 9th standard class photograph.
Okay.
I've been to a lot of schools. This one is from Valley School in Bangalore. I did my 9th and 10th grade over there. Some very, very dear friends of mine also are in this picture.
I read in one of the older interviews that you had done, where you spoke that schooling was very challenging for you, that you had a very tough time with the Indian education system.
I've been to a number of schools.
Sure.
I started off in Bombay, Scottish in Bombay.
Yeah.
At that point, they believed that all behavior could be corrected with caning.
Oh wow.
So you wear the wrong color socks to school, caning. You forget to bring a book to school, caning.
Yeah.
You haven't done your homework, guess what? Still more caning. The regularity with which the teachers used to beat us had really started to get to me. As I think about it today, I was an 8-year-old kid, 9-year-old kid, younger than my own daughter. And if I imagine a teacher today to raise their hand and hit my child, I would see red. I would be I would be driven possibly to commit murder, to witness someone assaulting my child like that. So yeah, I was not able to manage the school system. So my mom pulled me out of school in Bombay, and we moved to Kannur.
What was your relationship with your mom growing up?
It was and remains tremendously close. My parents separated when I was very young.
Yeah.
I was born in the States, and I moved back to India with my mom. My dad remained there. Those initial years growing up in Bombay, I didn't see my dad for a couple of years. And for a long time, as even when we moved from Bombay to Kannur to go to school there, she came with me, and she was a very present, engaged, and involved parent. A lot more so, I think, than was the norm. The fact that she was willing to take such a bold step to move to a new city in order to support my education was quite a thing.
Now, the question that I have in my mind right now is that, while of course your mom's been very present, as you said, because most of us, growing up, we look at our dads, either we are trying to be like our dads or we're trying to be the
Unlike,
opposite.
yeah.
We're looking at them and being like, ye nahi banna, aur kuch ban jayenge. But without having that around, actively, how did that shape your idea of what kind of a boy you were and wanted to be?
I think I was 6 years old when I made my first trip out to visit him. And that would also be infrequent. I would see him once a year, once in 2 years. I did take a lot of cues, a lot of learning. My mom remarried.
Yeah.
My stepdad was also a very gentle, decent guy. I'll tell you one thing that I particularly picked up on. My stepdad was still is a very adventurous guy with his style. So he would wear floral prints, bright colors, bright, just jewelry, absolutely anything. So I never had that sense of insecurity around the shape of masculinity. Like, you can wear pink, you can have, you can wear jewelry, you can wear flowery clothes, and how is this? how are you less of a man in that way? My entire family were all people who would support a broader way of thinking. Say, listen, you don't have to restrict yourself to this thing. You can be who you want, you be how you want. And don't allow the perspectives and judgments of other people to dictate how you conduct yourself, how you dress yourself, how you portray yourself.
From your childhood, I really want to move on, obviously, to your college days and filmmaking.
Yeah.
So,
quite crazy.
during your film school years, were there collaborators that you had that, or any interactions you had during that time with filmmakers in America that you recall?
Yeah, I went to film school out in LA.
Correct.
And once I graduated, I stayed out there for about a year looking for work. I worked as a camera operator on a reality TV show. This was the early days of reality TV,
Sure.
2004, 2005.
Sure.
The pitch for it was, if a celebrity would have a party in their home, we would be there as a guest in the party, and they would show you the home, then they would show you the setup. We shot an episode at Robert Evans's house.
Oh, wow.
Jack Nicholson was at the party.
Okay.
So he was entering the party, and I happened to be near the entrance with the camera. So I ran up and I'm trying to get a shot, and he kind of ducked and avoided and went off. Suddenly I realized, oh, he's uncomfortable with this.
Sure.
And I had this moment where I was like, oh my God, I feel terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm paparazzi, like I'm, intruding on him. And I've grown up loving this man as an actor, as an artist. So I put my camera off and I walked up to him and said, excuse me, sir. I said, I just wanted to apologize for harassing you earlier on. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable, and if I did, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
He kind of looked at me and said, hey, you're just doing your job. Don't apologize for doing your job. And I was like, oh my God. He forgave me, and he was so considerate and decent about it. He said, don't apologize for doing your job. Yeah. I understand. And coming from someone like him, that meant a lot. It goes a long way. It resonates when someone like that, when someone who doesn't need to be polite,
correct,
someone doesn't need to be decent, someone doesn't have to be decent, but they still are.
Yeah.
How you treat someone who is in a position of lesser power to you says a lot.
I want to come to your films now, Imran, and it's so decency has also kind of been, in many ways, the through line of all the characters that you've done, where there was a certain kind of a unproblematic man, as we now call it, a green flag man, as we now call it, but that was just the kind of film that you always had, and this was
what I was drawn to.
Yeah, exactly. Because you told me when we spoke at IFP, you said something very interesting. You said that you are now rewatching a lot of your older films through a different lens, that it was hard for you to watch them at that time. When you're watching them right now, what is the stuff that you're seeing that is, is there like a particular scene, something that you're seeing that's making you proud of the work you did?
I have not seen any of my films for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
So as I kind of started to reconnect with people on Instagram and to talk through the films and to hear thoughts on them, I started to become curious. I was like, you know what, I should relook at these films.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share.